Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a low-cal, low-carb cannelloni out of cabbage. Now, if you don't like cabbage normally, just give this a try because we're going to pre-bake the leaves. That's going to bring out their sweetness. It's going to be really delicious. The first step I've done is heat up my oven to 350, and I have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Also, I am going to take out my cream cheese. I have half a block of cream cheese, 4 ounces. And you want to put this out on room temperature for about 30 minutes. It's going to be easier to work with. Now back to our cabbage. So don't be scared of tearing the leaves, because the closer you get to the center of the cabbage, it's harder to get the leaves off. So one of the things you can do is very carefully cut out the core. Or part of the core at least, cut down next to it, just like that. And then that will release this side of the cabbage leaf, and then you can pull it away from the head. Now this outside leaf is not so pretty. You can see I'm going to throw this out, and you can do the same. So find something that's looking good. You can cut out the bad parts as well. So I'm going to just again peel a few leaves off. Now I'm going to only make 2 servings today. For 2 servings I need 6 leaves. You can certainly dunk this into hot water, and that will relax the leaves and bring it off easier. But again, as I said, don't worry about it if it breaks like this. It's all good. And then what you're going to do is cut out the thick part of this vein. Okay. So that's pretty much it's ready to go, although I'm going to cut out a little bit of pieces here and there. It's not the freshest cabbage. And then I'm going to lay them out on the baking sheet, just like that. Here it goes into the oven. I'm going to go ahead and steam some chopped frozen spinach, about half a cup or so. So this has 3.5 servings in this bag, so just about a third, which is about 25 calories, a lot of fiber. I'm gonna put a little salt on this. While my spinach is steaming, I'm gonna create the topping for this whole dish, which is gonna be 2 tablespoons of sour cream and 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce. A little bit of garlic powder and onion powder, just a dash. And a very tiny bit of salt. So this will be the topping. Just make this nice and smooth. The next thing we can start doing is preparing our filling. I'm going to start with onion powder, maybe a teaspoon of garlic powder, maybe just a half a teaspoon. I'm not measuring anything, as you can tell. A little bit of basil, or some Italian seasoning. I'm going to put a little paprika in this, just a dash. 1 egg. Pinch of salt. Some black pepper. Mix this well. And add your cream cheese. So this is 4 ounces of cream cheese that has been softened. I think it was in the oven only for about 15 minutes. I forgot to time it. So just keep checking it until you see it starts browning and it's very limp. That's perfect. This doesn't need to be too smooth because when we bake this, it will be nicely melting into the filling anyway. Next, I'm gonna put about an ounce or so Parmesan cheese, and I'm gonna save some for the topping as well. But the total of Parmesan cheese we're using is 1 ounce, and some in the filling and some on the top. That's what that looks like. I'm gonna use these individual casserole dishes. For each on the bottom, I'm gonna add a tablespoon or so tomato sauce. And you can see that some of the sour cream got mixed into it because I'm using my spoon out of the topping, which is fine. You're gonna take your spinach, cool it off a little, and mix it into the filling. Mine is still hot. That's only because I can't wait. I got stuff to do. But you should cool it off a little bit because you have eggs in here, and make sure it doesn't scramble. Put a couple of tablespoons of filling into my cabbage leaf and roll it up. But again, you don't have to be extra careful about this. And put it in your dish. So I got 3 leaves per serving. You can see I can put a lot of filling into each leaf. And it's still kind of liquidy, but I just tuck it in. No squeezing required. And just put it into the baking dish. I'm gonna have a little bit of filling left, so I can either make some more leaves, or you can kind of freestyle it and put this extra tablespoon of filling next to it or on top of it. Not much left, but we don't want to waste anything because it's all calculated into our total intake. So put everything on. Take that topping we made with the sour cream and tomato sauce and drizzle on the top. That's one. Here's the second one. That already looks delicious, and almost you can eat it, except the egg is still raw. So don't eat it yet. And the remainder of that 1 ounce of shredded Parmesan cheese goes on the top. I'm gonna take these, put them on a cookie sheet, and bake these in the 350 oven that's already heated, preheated. And we'll check on it in about 20 minutes. After 20-25 minutes in the oven, check on it, and once it starts bubbling nicely, it's pretty much done. Here's my completed dish. The total calories in this serving is 350, and the net carbs in this serving is 5. Let's dig in. Enjoy! See you next time!